or we need a world police to police us.
Okay, Kris is there.
Because the activities of our politicians is becoming unbearable. But what is really exciting is the debate surrounding our nation. We're going to be free. Is that we're going to reform the judiciary or we're going to need external help? Yes, a very good morning to you all. My name is Daddy Kris, and this is the African Renaissance Television. I'm reaching you from London in my small cubicle. I left my studio and I'm in a very small place. That's why you see the background is the same. Well, it is what it is. People, there's a lot said and a lot need to be done. Today, I want to talk about something that we all know. It's not as if you are not aware of it, but maybe when I bring it back to your awareness, you get to wake up. You see, like I always say, television is a place where we talk to each other about ourselves. So my here is to communicate. I'm not an entertainer. I'm not here to please you, but I'm here to talk to you. That is why I'm here to talk about the state of the Nigerian nation, which is our life really. Who is the nation? We are the nation. So when we talk to each other, we're talking about the nation. So today I'll be trying to talk about our relationship between power and money. Power and money. Power and money. I want that one to ring well. Power and money. Power and money. When I say it, a lot of people are going to be thinking, what is this man talking about? But don't worry, you get it. But before I go into that topic today, I'm seeing some disturbing images, and I want to say this. I don't know whether I'm allowed to say this. I don't have all the facts. But the relationship between Tinubu and France is for me, disturbing. And I want you guys to know this. So prosperity will judge us. Nobody is looking for military rule in Africa. But I can remind you Nigerians, this is very important, that when Donald Trump said he's coming to solve our insecurity problem because of the killings of Christians, we all came out saying, how can Donald Trump come and do that? We are a sovereign nation, blah, blah, blah. Nice. Just a few days ago, Nigerians, there was a coup attempt in Benin Republic, our neighboring country. Tinubu was quick to send military in there to wipe them out. That's good, right? Very interesting. Now, but Tinubu was able to interfere with the political life or with the affairs of a neighboring nation. But America could not interfere with our own. We are actually in more trouble than Benin Republic. And if this is not disturbing, then I'm worried. Have you guys observed that Tinubu is always going to France these days? If you see Tinubu on holiday, he's going to France. Oh. He's not actually coming to UK, which is traditional home. He goes to France. He found a new friend in France. I have nothing against that. But personally, I'm getting disturbed because I don't have all the facts. I may not want to go into it today, but I can tell you that this relationship is not for good of Africa. If it is for good of Africa, may God help every single one of us. I am praying that what I'm thinking now does not come to pass. Because the French government is very, they are very worried. They are losing grip of the African nations. You can see that Niger was a French colony. Who is all this now? Niger was a French colony. I'm just going to try and mute what I'm doing so that I can do what I need to do. All right, 1 minute. Otherwise, it's not going to be funny. Niger was a French colony. Mali, French colony. Burkina Faso. And I think Gabon, one of them, where President... so there are 4 now. They are all French colonies. And maybe France will ask themselves, what are they doing to these people? that is making them want to rebel. If you watch the rebellion, it's not against their own government alone. These are puppets of French government, and nobody can deny that. Look at Paul Biya. That wasted man won election again. For what? For who? Is it for the people or for who? And these are the things we're talking about. Sometimes you guys want to blame Britain. We're going to give them some credit. When the British rule and they leave, they kind of leave you with independence. They come with their business interests, but they don't come and really begin to monitor your life like what the French authorities are doing. And this is the person now Tinubu chooses to make best friend with. Now, if the friendship is for good, I don't mind. Nigeria needs a relationship with France, of course, yes. But if that relationship is to monitor the rest of the African countries who are trying to be free from France, then I have problem with Tinubu, and he's going to be remembered for it. You know what I like about this? In a few years' time, we will reject Tinubu, France will reject this man, and they will be on their own in their bedrooms. So whatever they're doing now is not going to be too long. Nigerians, let us be careful, and let us watch out our foreign policy if we even have one. If Nigeria will be talking about foreign policy today, is it go to go and wipe Cotonou, go and wipe them out, talk about their internal affairs? We had a coup in Nigeria, which Tinubu is still trying to organize. Tinubu, you have insecurity problem in your back door, in your room, in your bedroom. You are telling, you see, there's a man in my place, he gave us a parable. He said, I carry a dead tortoise, you're carrying a dead tortoise, say my own is stretching neck. How come that my dead tortoise is stretching neck and you can't see yours? I don't understand this, and I don't get it. Tinubu newfound friendship with the French government is disturbing. Like I said, I don't have all the details. These are big authorities. They can do and undo. Because French has never been a very good people. If you look back to history, there was a time, no matter who, you see, this is why I keep respecting Britain. As powerful as Malcolm S was a problem to the United States government. The United States government did not put Malcolm S in prison. In fact, Malcolm S was invited to Oxford, and I was listening to his speech when he talked to students in Oxford. That beautiful session, it was amazing. Meaning Malcolm S could come to the UK, but he was not allowed to enter France because it was already a problem to the French colony in Africa. I don't understand what France is keep gaining from Africa, why they want to keep us on bondage forever. Right now, please don't let me join that campaign. We have enough happening around the continent. But French, you guys are becoming a problem. And this is who Tinubu, Nigeria, this is who Tinubu picked to be the best friend. Like I said, I don't have all the facts, so don't take everything I say, but I'm worried. You know what I said? Friends, you can actually take anything. If I'm coming to your country, you can stop me from coming. I don't mind. I have nothing to do there. In fact, as I'm here today, if somebody deport me to my village, I'm happy to stay till I die. I've seen the rest of the world. I've seen enough. I am at a point where truth needs to be told. This newfound friendship between Tinubu and the French authority, now that we are now, you see, Tinubu was quick to suspend these three guys. Suspended Mali, suspended Burkina Faso, suspended Niger from the ECOWAS. That's a big mistake. We had our own time when we had military. Who suspended us? Let us be careful how we treat our neighbors. Yes, you are the big brother. Big brother, my foot. Have you been able to sort yourself? Anyway, we're not going to spend too much time on that today. Like I said, today's topic is power and money. So I'm going to come back to it. You know, I said two things before I leave that topic. I want to shame Tinubu a little bit. And that will be a topic for a day. Now, my people are not here. For those of you watching me, a military regime, a set of military juntas that took power by force, it is always called illegitimate. It's taken by force. Now let's go to Nigeria. The last election was more or less against the wish of many people. I'm not convinced. I don't have all the facts, so I will not be saying the election was rigged. But was that a free and fair elections? Now, by the time a civilian take power by rigging it, you meaning you force people, your government is also illegitimate. But that's going to be a day when I'm going to be talking about it on the African continent, when I have my boy Richard. We'll be discussing legitimacy of the African government. Whether those that come to power by rigging elections and those that take military guns and tell the people to get out of there because of something wrong, which one is better for us? Because at the end of the day, the military juntas are actually doing more job. Look at what the young man is doing in Burkina Faso. And you see, governance is not about how you get to power. Let me spend 2 minutes on that again. It's not how you get to power, but what you do with the power. And if the people say this is their democracy, so be it. In some African, in some Arab nation, like the King of Jordan, nobody vote for them. These are hereditary offices. It works for them. Like the man said, I remember this young King of Jordan. In those days, he's now an old man, he must be. He said democracy will mean different things to different people. What democracy means for England is not the same thing for America. In England, we have the monarchical parliamentary system of government, meaning we still have a monarch. Our monarch is the president. It's a king. Nobody vote for him. Our king is the president. And then the lower house is actually, you see, look at the British authority. The lower house is the only people voted for. And that is where the prime minister is. The upper house, you see, they are the House of Lords. They were the landlords. They from the House of Lords. What are you thinking about? Whereas in Nigeria, our landlords are nowhere. Let me put it this way. I've not asked for the British system of government in Nigeria, because if I were asking for that, the people that will be in the House of Lords, that is your Senate today, would have been the kings. Let me repeat that. If you are copying anything at all, the people that will be in the House of Lords today now would have been our kings. But because our kings have been reduced to robots, they don't know what they're doing, and they can't even get up and talk. And like I said, even they cannot even be local government chairman. I mean, they cannot even run their local government. Not to the Lord, but it was the landlords. That's why it's called the House of Lords. The landlords that constitute the house of the upper house in the UK. In Nigeria, we voted, we copied the American system of government, neglected our own. And yet it is democracy, right? What happened to the kings? What happens to our landlords? Are you people there at all? Sometimes I look at the Oba of Benin and I feel so sorry for him, because this is a landlord reduced to nothing. Are you guys with me? I'm not saying it for my gain. I'm not from the royal home, so I don't give a damn. But this is how it is practiced here in the UK. It is democracy here, and it is democracy in America, the one you copied. Why everybody practice their own democracy? It's all beautiful. Why do you think your democracy is better than the one that the military man is running? If they will have in UK a king unvoted that is not voted for as their president, why can't you have a military if the people accept him? Governance is about, do we people accept you? Because what they are looking for in Africa today is maybe a dictator. Because you guys don't even know what you're doing. You don't understand the democracy you said you are practicing. And that is the bad part of it. In my life, I will continue to, if I remain in UK, I will continue to put my mouth in what you guys do, because I have put a lot of money in Africa. So I can put my mouth. That's where I'm born. It's my country. So don't ask me what authority I have. You see this newfound friendship between French and Tinubu, not Nigeria. Don't drag Nigeria into this. It's Tinubu that found a new friend in France. It's disturbing me. Our government is illegitimate. If you listen to me and what my boy was discussing the other day, if we want to copy the British system, in fact, for me, I would be saying, let us copy both. We have the best of America, the best of UK. We already have landlords. The landlords in Africa are our kings. The landlords in the UK, they are the one that goes into the House of Lords. They are not voted for. Like the Senate you have in Nigeria, we have the House of Lords, which is the upper house here. Nobody vote for them. They are selected into the House of Lords. They are from a special home. They have contributed to society. They are ex-judges. They go into the House of Lords because they were landlords. Nigerian landlords have no place in governance. The reason I know is your king have no place. He's begging. In my area, all of them are begging Oborori for peanuts to eat. And you see they're carrying those big robe. All of them, hey, oh, hey, the king, oh, hey, the king, oh, hey, the king. Well, they make me laugh. You guys are making fun of, you are making joke of what kingship is. We can correct this. You know what would have been so good? Just imagine the kings being in the Senate. What is Akpabio in Senate doing that our kings cannot do? Look at the emir now of Kano. If those are the people that goes into that house, the Oba of Benin, these are now educated young men. You think they're going to go there and just swindle money? Because now their office is hereditary. Nobody's going to remove them from the office. They're going to be there till they die. Now, the beauty of that is they have nothing to lose. They are not in a hurry. Unlike somebody is there for 8 years trying to make a lot of money before he leaves. And there would have been a powerful check on our presidency. Tinubu will not be able to over-influence them like he has Akpabio in his palm now. He can't influence all the kings now. Hello? These are people that know they will still be there even when you are no more. They have a bigger authority than you. You can't misbehave. We can't mess up with the House of Lords in England. You see, the reason I'm saying this is we are a baby democracy. And what is lacking in our democracy is lack of checks and balances. The powers are not separated. You see, down to the judges, the parliament, that is our our judicial arms of government, it's dead. Why? Because Tinubu could buy them. He appoints them. He do everything. I've come on this show and I begged for a place for the judiciary in Nigeria. We don't have them. But these are people that whatever judgment they make become a precedent. We refer to them and it becomes a part of law. Say, don't you remember I also court this is what the court say. Lawyers know what I'm saying. We use that as precedent to argue cases. So they are not ordinary people, but they have no place in Nigeria. Come and see judges in the UK. Now, the landlords, they were not even kings, so they were people that own lands in England, in London, in the UK. They were the people that formed the House of Lords, the upper house. Yet our landlord have no place in authority. Now, Tinubu have the map to go and say there's no democracy now, that the military want to take over in Cotonou, they should go and wipe them out. Do you have democracy in Nigeria? Do you know what it means to have democracy? That you depose, you see, I can understand the British. When they came, there were too many things, too many powers. And the truth is, they did not even neglect our kings. Let me repeat this. The British had more respect for our traditional rulers than the Nigerian government of today. It's something I'm trying to put a book together on. You know, I finished one. I finished a book on the Niger Delta. I'm now going to work on this. But it's really disturbing that the British have more respect for the Nigerian government, and I'm trying to look at those historical facts to be able to draw this book, than those of you who are now in government of today. Because when the British came, they said they practiced something called the indirect rule. They were not the one ruling. They made the kings be the one to administer while they are working. Because, of course, they don't have enough human resources to do what they needed to do. But that's not about that. It makes their rule much more easier. Now, we are solving the security problem in the country. And I feel sorry for the kings, because how do you rule become a king, or are you a king in a community where you have no single power when it comes to security? Your people cannot even rely on you. They can just come and carry you too as a king. You have 2 dead policemen with no bullet to protect you. And this is wrong. Imagine if the police, if the authority, if the power are still with the, oh man, imagine if our kings are either 2 propositions. The first time I proposed, if you watch my show, I said the first time I showed they should be local government chairmen. If we cannot do that, then in fact our chiefs should be local government chairmen. Let the kings go and form the where them Akpobia is misbehaving now. Let them be the Senate, the higher house. These are people that are elected by their own people, selected, ordained by God to rule their own people. Who can be a better people to be in the Senate than them? Please explain to me, who is better to be in Nigerian Senate? Is it Akpabio that has stolen? Oh, no, all the governors. Sorry, guys, I don't want to call your names. I'm sorry, Akpabio. But the truth is, most of you in the Senate are ex-thieves. Have you seen Oshomole there now? Akpabio. It's a retired homo for wasted governors. Are you saying that the Oba of Benin, that Oshomole is better than the Oba of Benin? Than the Otaru of Auchi? What are you guys doing? See, I am confused. You know why I want to spend 2 minutes on this topic? And like I said, it's not my topic of today. I'm going to have a day with my friend to take a look at this and look at what democracy will mean for us as a people. And you can't blame Britain for this. They did not write the first. You see, maybe Nigeria need a new constitution, but you guys will never agree because you have problem here. We need a constitution that is meant for us, not the one that is written for us. The British came, they needed a system to rule. They had that system in place and they left it with us. Now we've been making and adjusting the same constitution. It's the military that came in to suit them. Maybe Nigeria need to sit down and draft a constitution where all these things will be put in place. Let us be thinking for ourselves. America is a unique society. They are actually rebels. It's a land where people are looking for freedom. And they did their own, in fact, they did their own destruction. The native people in America were destroyed. We don't want to go into that. But let's look at Britain, where democracy originated. Can we take element of that and add it to what you copied from the United States, which is okay with us? Americans, don't forget, they didn't have kings. So the local people that were there, they call them the Indians. Where are they? They no more exist. Whether they've been exterminated, Donald Trump will use the right word. Don't bury them. We're not going to that, so that we'll still be alive. But again, you can't blame America because it's a new system. And they created a system for themselves. They sat down and they wrote it. It's not built on culture and tradition. Let me repeat that. America have no existing culture and tradition. That is why all their constitution is written. Because they sat down and wrote what they need at that time. And they think is good for them based on their society. Unlike Africa or like Nigeria, where we have culture and tradition. That's why I said we're going to repeat First Act 77, but I'm going to do it in a showbiz manner. In between it, books will be written. History will be documented because we have a beautiful culture and tradition that should be calculated and inculcated or built into our governance. You are not telling us that we no more have kings. Where are they? Of what use are they? Are they useless? Is that what you're telling me now? I look at the Olu of Warri. Now all they do is fighting tribal wars. When I'm talking now, when you come to Delta State, it's so tribal war. I just had the opportunity. I'm going to have a word with the new Asagba of Asaba. He's a lawyer, doctor of law. He's not just an ordinary lawyer. Are you guys telling me that those people cannot fit into the Nigerian Senate and make reasonable laws for us and actually check the activities of our president? Because what we lack right now is the president is floating and it will continue. The Nigerian presidency is too powerful. The military are even better than them. They are just too powerful. Look at what Tinubu can do with money. Tinubu has bought everybody in the house, in the legislative arm of government. The same way Boriwori has bought everybody in that. We need to change, man. We need this now. Now. If we want to survive. Well, like I said, I don't want to spend too much time on that, but I already spent 26 minutes on that topic. But let me just talk about one man I love. Let's leave that topic because this is a topic for a full day. I don't know whether I should finish it today with it, but let me go and talk. I prepared to talk about Dangote this morning. No. And I'm not going to use it on the power of money because it's bigger than that. I will just prepare the topic of today for tomorrow then. Why? Because I'm going to spend some time with Dangote this morning. Nigerians, if we have a role model in Nigeria, his name is Aliko Dangote. He's a businessman, yes. He has his flaws, yes. But there is nobody like Aliko Dangote in Nigeria. Not because of the investment he has made. I was surprised when he made a comment. I don't know whether that thing is true. That the number of private jets in Nigeria should be converted to factories, industries that can employ people. Can I ask you guys, as rich as Aliko Dangote, how many private jets has the man got? You guys are big. We are big fools to ever open your mouth when he's talking. Aliko Dangote is not in your class. Aliko Dangote has never occupied any Nigerian offices. Yes, he influenced the Nigerian government to get what he does. That's what businessmen do. But what are you people doing? You know, the last time, I'm going to talk about somebody in my place today. You guys will not like me, all of you. Bros, not verse, yeah? I'm going to go talk about you today. You know, when I talk about you, I'll use you as a point of reference. So hopefully the other people will learn from this. All right. I'm looking for a good image. Let me use this one. You know why I'm using this image? I'm going to use my brother to talk. Ogara people, when not kill me, yeah, when no verse. No go take Bros Iberi join this show. No verse. Okay. No verse. Dangote made a statement that I think we should all be thinking about. This man is saying the number of private jets. What are you doing with this? A country where some people have no food, you have a private jet. Now, for those of you who are businessmen who are able to work and buy a private jet, I have nothing with that. But the 90% of these private jets are owned by ex-politicians who we know made the money from us, directly or indirectly. Either because they were there, they were able to have opportunity to do buckery, or they actually siphoned the money from the state wallet. These are the owners of these private jets. And I'm disturbed. And I want to talk calmly. Because it's disturbing. If you don't know, it is. Children going to watch us and they are watching. What kind of example are we really showing them? Which math will I use to tell a child now to go and do some hard work? Now that hard work ain't buy private jet. That's the thing they're going to ask me. That Kris, go to hell. Now that work, now they take back private jet. Why would they not do Yahoo? We are the, in fact, this generation of ours, we are the most wicked, most stupid, most hopeless people I've ever seen. Dangote is complaining with all the money Dangote said something, and I've shared that video on this show. Now, if the money he has now, if he has chosen to invest the money in, he spent in that refinery, he could have bought shares in Google, and he would have been billion dollars richer, only to buy shares in Google. He didn't. Instead, he chose to build a refinery. Now you all are saying Dangote is not going to do this. Dangote is taking your money. A businessman is hard to make money. Why don't you tell your state governor, you stupid people, to build a refinery? If you have your mouth, dirty mouth to talk about Dangote, why are you not talking about your governor, who has all the money than Dangote and couldn't build a single refinery for you? Now let me say this. Is Dangote richer than Delta State? If Dangote will go, and I say it again and again and again and again, if Dangote of all people will go and build a refinery, why can't Delta State government build a refinery? Oh, how did they do it? Where did they get the money? Is the Delta State government does not have more money than Dangote? Are you guys sick? You don't have, Dangote is not in your class. Now he has come out to tell us that this is what interests me. He has come out to say now that, look at this, that all these private jets, what are we doing with them? Do you know how much it costs to park a private jet at the airport overnight? These guys, they have a lot of money. Now, if you, like I said, if it is your money and you are paying your taxes, so be it. God bless you. You have the right to enjoy it. But I'm very sure any responsible person, any responsible businessman that makes his money from businesses will not have more than one private jet. We see that with pastors. So, you know, the people that are buying private jets, these are people that don't work for the money. I am sorry. A man that works for money will not do that. See, there's something there. There's something I was watching a little drama. The girls were talking about the women. If you buy a woman now a hair of 2 million, she'll be happy. But give her the 2 million, she will not buy hair of 2 million. I promise you. If you give a woman 2 million naira, she's not going to use it to buy hair. They are clever. They are more clever than that. Women actually think we are stupid. You know, because you don't work for the money, you don't care how it is spent. In the past 3 days, I had to go and do one crazy job. I did it, and when the money comes now, man, I know that I'm not going to spend it like before. I can promise you that. I say to myself, is this what I have to do to make money? Then I don't need to be alive. Do you guys hear what I'm saying? The people that own private jets are going to be pastors. Of course, don't worry. The footballers and the musicians, don't worry, they will soon be broke. Go and see them Okocha now. Go and see them Sunday Olise. They are not telling us, oh, there's no retirement for us. The money you were earning more than a state. And now you are telling them no retirement for you. We should retire you again with all that opportunity you had. No, so you owe society. Society does not owe you a dime shit, footballers. The same thing to you now, football musicians. We clap for you. In the process, we make you money. It's our money we have given to you, because as a musician, we follow you on page, we buy your music, and you become very rich. You owe the society much. We're not going to talk about them. So they are the set of people I see buying private jet, and I see stupidity in it. If you listen to Kocha was telling us that when he was right from the early age, he started investing in property because he knew that his retirement is around the corner. Osimhen, don't listen. Think that you have private jet forever. Think you're going to play like this forever. One day, you don't finish you. Or you grow old to some age now, they will drop you. You see now, you're not even in the right club. You're in Turkey. When you're supposed to be in England, enjoying your life. It has time and opportunity. If you don't use it, don't cry. Keep buying private jets. You see all those pastors, you know my position with you before, you all thieves. I swear, if you work your money, you know, go buy private jet, akpa. Not better for you. And you said I should come to your church. You're stupid. How many private jets does the Pope have? Pope, that is the biggest church, Catholic church where I attend. How many private jets does the Pope have? Our Pope, how many private jets he get? Is he use Alitalia? Who the no, let me use the Bible. Now, all those people are forgiven. This is why nobody want to watch me. That's why I don't have any friend. For God's sake, I don't need it. I'm going to say this. The one that is most annoying are people like them, my brother James Onanefe Bori, having a private jet. Muna no vessel. James Ibori brought wealth to the community, yes. He empowers few people in the community, yes. But have you seen Ibori coming to talk to us other than during elections? I'm going to talk. Don't. And many of you will not like me. If not see me, I'm going to cut my throat. Ibori only come when there is election. Now he's done his own. His daughter is not doing his own. I have nothing against them. But one would have expected that to those much is given, much is expected. We're not even telling them now to say, we are happy with Ibori. He's my brother. No story about that. But the question I ask is, I've said it again and again, and I passed it through my friend who works closely to him. And I said to him, can't Ibori even invest in a local business so that we say this is Ibori factory in Ogara? In Ogara, let me tell you, that is a place where all businesses can flourish. Only thing Ibori will bring university, like Omagege. These are set of low-life politicians. Sorry. More averse. It's annoying. These guys will not come. If you hear Omagege again, now during the election. You hear Ibori during elections. What are they going to do? They're going to own private jets. I'm not saying you guys are not working, but this is bad. I would have loved to see Ibori one day say, okay, you know what? You know, let me put it this way. Ibori grew up in Ogara. He worked in some of the companies there. In those days, we have Mobi. He works there. Ibori, we had natural shrimps. It's dead. You know what to replace the national shrimp with? With naval base. What are you doing with Navy? To control oil for the federal government of Nigeria. That is what we have. That's our destiny. But meanwhile, if you come to Wariki, you had the Nigerian salt company in those days. Dead. And I'm sure Ibori must have acquired that company. I don't know who owns that land. Again, man, this is a land flowing with milk and honey. Now, if you go to all the riverside in Ogara, all you have there are tank farm. When this oil subsidies were on, that was where they were making money. Not one Ogara person. And I'm wondering, are you all poor people? Are you all dead people? Ibori is alive. Muna Tekurubu, tell her. What's wrong with you? All you people do is what Dangote just said. You buy private jets. Say I won't talk about it. At my age, if I die today, I'll be like Pikin when he died. Look at me well. I'm 58. I'm going to be 59 in May. I got nothing to lose, bro. It's shameful and it's annoying that this is what we turn out to be. That we cannot do something other than private jets. You know, I don't know whether you see, this is the problem I have. I've talked about the footballers. I've made friends, enemy with the pastors, enemy with this. So who am I? Enemy of the world. But one day you will remember me. That the problem we have, this whole thing we are going through, is because of things like this. Ibori is in a position to transform Ogara. Let me repeat it. He has the resources. He has the capital. but he's only interested in politics. The question I ask him is, how long is this your political drama going to go? All of you now that dance with him, oh, Bori this, Bori that. You see, if I were to be Bori, you guys will not see me again. Because my business empire will be everywhere. Bori is a friend to Dangote. Let me bring Dangote in. They are friends. On one-on-one, they talk. Where Dangote is building refinery, where are you? Must you die in politics? Now you finish, your daughter is there. Bokuna take Urubu, tell them. Is this the destiny you have for us? Is this what you want to be remembered for? I am annoying, I know. I don't need you to tell me that. I'm annoying. But when you see this kind of little things, it hurts. The last time I said, in Ogara, for instance, there's a part where you can have sheep acres of land. Acres of land. And I said, that name IBORI is an international brand. Me, I am one of those saying Iburi was actually being attacked for fighting for the Niger Delta. Have you watched my show? I asked Iburi, can you be Iburi? But that being said, bro, are you going to remain in politics and remain in politics all the time? We see you is when there's election. Oh, God. Can't you bless us by blessing yourself? Because you see, the capital you need to do business is not only money. Sometimes it's just the influence. You want to do this business now, Ibori is doing this. So we can use that to build a refinery. Let me ask this. More than no verse. The last time when I keep saying it, I use one word. I say, all the robo men, when they check it, the Topola, the combo. Now, you see, because I want to say this. You see, as Ibori did that now, I ask all of you now, can any of you think of having a refinery? There's a lot of money there. I don't need to tell you. You control. Dangote now speaks. Dangote now supply oil, supply petrol to the United States. That is how interesting it is. What are you doing? You are running around local politics. That's all you do. That's all Ibori is doing at the moment. It's sad. Very, very sad. You see, one thing I will do will rescue Ibori name. I'm not afraid. I know what it takes. I got the capability. Because what I'm going to make about him is not going to be a lie. But this part of him is cheap, is primitive, and it is wrong. I don't mind if you remain in politics. But the money you're making, sir, where are you spending it? You go to Lagos with the money, sir. No, let's talk about it. How many Ibori investment do you see? I know he has the Niger Delta, Western Delta University, Mona Noves. Go there, you go see Niger Delta building, the super deck building. Now that one make you build the university. But we'll leave that one first. We're gonna community project. Because you go live on for us, no problem. See, this is what I like about it. Now that you build the university, if you die today, the university you will carry and come out. If a police there, you carry and come out. But this is uni. What are you training people to do? To do what? What skill? What do you need them for? And these are things not even planned. If Asagba was still the VC, there's something I was going to do with Asagba, the former VC. I don't need to talk about that right now. Right now, I'm angry. Why can't we do this for ourselves? I use my brother as a case study here. For those of you in Nigeria, look at those politicians coming to you every day, asking you for your vote. You clap for them. Oh, it's like you're small God. You're actually stupid. Look at their investment in that community. Not one, you will not see one. They will speak so many good English. Guy, And it's not as if they even know what they're doing, because they're actually stupid. Why would somebody who just got to politics think of building a massive house? He has no business. Have you seen the country home of all the politicians? They will start to sell them soon, because they cannot sustain it. And it's not that the Kris talking. Look around you. The day they are no more in government, they are broke. That is why one Amori is always going to run around. All Amori is going to do is to all other groups. Before you see any group, Amori don't do. He don't the campaign for 2027. He said he's a career politician. You are mad. Here, mental problem that you get. You can become that powerful that you think you need from politics now when you make your money. That is why today's topic is power and money. Let me just make one small thing. I'm going to come to this topic tomorrow proper. If I want a woman, there are two things I will do. You can rape a woman with two things. Either you give her a lot of money or you put the gun to her head. Either way, you've raped her. That's why when I started the show, I was telling Tinubu, when you take gun, take power, or you take money, take power. Either way, you've raped us. But we're not going to go into that now. Let me talk about Tom Polo. He's a guy I really like for some time now. But Tom Polo, they surprise me. You see, Tom Polo, for the first time, I see Tom Polo becoming somebody that used to sing songs. Anytime Tinubu won't do anything, even down to Ribado, Tom Polo, you carry your money, you go and praise happy birthday to Ribado, that small boy. He senior you. All because you are getting 4 billion naira every month. You know, Tom Polo, what I'm going to ask you is this. What do you think Isaac Boro will be thinking of you today? Don't let me face you. Isaac Boro started, and I was so proud of who you are. You don't need to remain a militant. That's fine. But the movement you followed, the first person to fight for secession in Nigeria was Isaac Boro, and a German. Your brother. Today, you and Iburi, they think of how Nagote get 4 billion naira. That is why you guys are now big in town. But you know what is so sad, Tom Polo? Oh, I just wish I can sit down with you. I don't need to be saying this on this show, but let me say this to you first. Maybe you hear me better. Do you know only if you start making money? If you could build a refinery, you make more. You make more. Do you think Dangote is looking for 4 billion naira from the Nigerian government? Then they call him. They will call Dangote. Have you listened to Obasanjo recount? Obasanjo said he was worried about the way they were bringing the price of cement in Nigeria. So who did he call? He called the businessman Dangote. And he had that discussion with Dangote. And he helped Dangote to set up. And he took Dangote around the world. Dangote is still a man with a lot of respect. That is when you do what you do, government will call on you. You don't run after them. What you and Iburi is doing today is cheap. Cheap. You guys can do better. Because you got the power to do better right now. And I wish you guys can listen to me. You are from the richest region in the country. I'm going to pick only 2 of you. Because the Shekiris don't mind them. They now only try by what they fight. I can't pick one of them. I would have added one. Tom Polo, Iburi, you are not ordinary people. You are a community leader of the highest esteem. And we need more from you. It is sad that when they want to do election, they go and seek the support of Tom Polo in Delta State. So Tom Polo will select this. Tom Polo, hey, I want to see your investment, sir. Please. Please. It's not for your own money. Because you don't need 4 billion naira. 4 billion naira should not dictate what you do. and you are in a position to make more than 4 billion naira in a month. Look around, sir. Look around. Is Ibori a 4 billion naira person? Now look at you and Ibori and this one fighting. This one I go come to Robo, will come to the cheap oil money. You guys did not sit down and ask yourself, where is this money coming from? How is the government making this money? How come that the money coming from my place is now being thrown to me? Topolo, they give you 4 billion naira for security in a month. How much are they making from you? Is it out of place if you think of, okay, let me think of how me and my community going to benefit from what God has given to us? Can Ibori think like you? Can you and Ibori sit down and talk? Because two of you are the only two big boys I can see right now. I don't know everybody, don't forget. These are the ones I hear of. I've been away for long. But I know these two people. You guys can make all the difference. But you know what I'm going to see? I'm only going to see you when there's politics, when they're talking about the governor of Delta State. Who will go to Senate? Who will be this? Hey. It's sad. I shouldn't be saying this about my own people. But if I don't say this, who's going to say it? Because I'm the only guy that is not so well liked. So I'm the only one that can do this damage. When I don't finish, I go hide. If not like, I don't go come again. You know, there was a day I was supposed to be in Nigeria. I couldn't go. I said, nobody cry. I said, maybe if I go there for not kill myself, when I leave me here. Anywhere God put me now, they stay. I know they argue. God said, I hear you belong. Okay, sir. I'm not, it's all like before. God dictates what I do now. Because I mean well for you. Ibori, those people following you, they don't love you more than me. Ask them. They know me. I'm going to ask Prince Abuto. They follow you. All of them know me. And I be my mentor here. Abuto is my boss. So he knows me very well. If Abuto says, Daddy Kris, don't do this, I will stop. Anything I'll do, I'll stop. But I don't listen that much though. I won't name my best friend. But all of them know them. What I'm saying today is something I've said to my best friend behind again and again. You know they tell Oga. You know they tell Oga. Yeah, we could support a attack for 2027. What did they for House of Rep? How much is she gonna make in House of Rep? Do you know only Buri and daughter, if they do something great, a refinery go na House of Rep? Dangote not pass House of Rep? Mona asked me, is Dangote not bigger than House of Rep and Senate? What's wrong with us? The money Dangote is making, what stop you from making it? You know, the last time, all I can see is money pouring out from somewhere. And that's what Dangote represents. They swear for us. Who did this to us? I don't know whether I even belong to any friend anymore. Daddy Kris, you will soon die. Because only you talk about French. Now you don't come home self, they make more enemy. You all don't finish. God, the hands commit my soul. This is wrong. Anyone when I talk, see, Opa sing one song, Opa na my hero. He said, this song he's singing now, anyone that is good, use it. The one that is not good, may God forgive him. That's my own. I meant well for you. And I mean well for my people. I love Nigeria. I love Africa. My passion for the world is unthinkable. I am the man that believes that we are not supposed to die because God did not create us to die. Those your stupid pastor teaching you rubbish. It's not God that said you're going to die. It is not appointed unto man to die. That is a portion of the Bible I dispute. You are not supposed to die. The reason you are dying is because you refuse to do what God asked us to do. If we all start to do what God asked us to do now, there will be no weapons. There will be no gun. Human being never get, you couldn't create food. You couldn't create medicine, but you have money, billions and trillions to make weapons. You're sick. And you say God is responsible for your death. You're killing yourself. You know the truth. It's not God killing us. God has never killed any human being. Anyway, the Bible says, oh, God killed somebody. It's not God. It is man that killed man. Have you read this first story of the Bible? It was Cain that killed Abel. That's the first killing I heard, though. It was not God. So whenever you say God is killing you, whatever that your pastor telling you that you're supposed to die, you're not supposed to die. Do you know my church? It's coming soon. In my church, you are not supposed to die. God did not create you to die. It was not, because in the beginning, let me repeat that. I always use this to end my show. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, and he created man. Did you hear that God created death? Listen, read it. Go to that beginning. It was when we fall short of the glory of God that it is our sin that invited death. If we're going to send death away, it was not God. God would have removed the death. Even that break our relationship with God. So God has been trying to build that relationship back with him. But now, it was not him. He has been trying to remove death from our life. But he's not the one that brought it. How can he remove it? Do you think God wants us to die? He doesn't want us to die. But he can't remove it. Because it's not the one that brought it. It is a natural thing. When you do this and this is the result. Let me put it this way. That's why the Bible will teach you how to plant. If you plant on a rocky soil, it will die. It will die away. God will not change it too. For the plant on a fertile soil. So God will teach you, plant on a fertile soil. That's all he can tell you. Because the power of creation is no more in the hands of God. It's now in the hands of men. We now have the hand to destroy and to make. No more God, though. Those of you pray to God, God, come and do this. God is not going to come and do it. God no more controls this world. We controls it. If we're going to remove death, it's going to be we, not God. He has given, when he was living, he said, I leave everything with Adam. Adam is the one that named all the animals. Go and read your Bible carefully. Man was in dominion of the earth, and we are still in dominion of this earth. And this is what we make of the earth that we are having. And some of us have done well. This is not how God created the world. Have you seen that? I always use this system. God only made sun. That's the light in the day and night. But we have more light than the sun. I said I was descending into UK. I look at the beautiful sky. The beautiful, looking at London from town. I say, oh man, you have created. So it is not true that men have done nothing. And if we can empower ourselves with that kind of knowledge, look at what AI is doing right now. We will conquer death soon. You're not meant to die. Don't let nobody teach you that rubbish. That your Sunday service, they say that rubbish. My church is coming anyway, and we'll have more time to discuss that. My people, I want to spend more than this time this morning. The show is supposed to be an hour show, and I'm going to keep strictly to time. And I want to thank you for tolerating my excesses, because I am who I am. But like I said, my today's topic is actually a very interesting one. It's about power and money. Sorry about that. I'm talking about power and money. Let me say this to Tompolo and Ibori. Ibori, that power you are looking for, maybe, I don't know what you're even looking for now, and money you are looking for in government, you have more power to create it on yourself now. Sir, you can do it better. Dangote, the reason I know, sir, is Dangote is not in power, in one government power. But Dangote has power. He has money. He has respect. You don't have. Tompolo, Dangote is not better than you. But Dangote have more respect, more power, more money than you. He has never attempted government office. He's not singing along to say, President Tinubu, happy birthday anytime. Now you will come take all the whole newspaper pages. My name is Daddy Kris. Not verse, bro. We will continue to do this one until we meet and we talk well for our people. You see, I saw what Nnamdi Kanu is doing. And I said, Nnamdi Kanu, this is not what we are really worried about. You're my man. I love Nnamdi Kanu. But it's not the time for that. Nnamdi Kanu could have created wealth and set his people free. That Igbo land, what Igbo people need right now is leadership. Not the governors, forget the governors. Leadership. They're already controlling the wealth of the country. Look at Alaba International Market, look at Igbo men everywhere. And when you put those people together in an economic way, you rule Nigeria. You don't need to be president of Nigeria to rule Nigeria. Dangote don't need to be governor to rule Delta State. He talks and bullshit works. My people, that's why I'm going to end the show. And I know very, very many of you are going to apologize another day, not today. That's why I'm going to end the show today. Thank you very much for joining me. My name is Daddy Kris. Let's run out now because my time is up. Bye for now.
Looking for a home away from home in Abuja? Look no further than SRTV Shortlet Apartments. Our fully furnished apartments offers everything you need for a comfortable and relaxing stay. Unwind in spacious rooms with exquisite ambience. Cook delicious meals in our well-equipped kitchen and relax in our comfortable sitting rooms watching your favorite shows. And guess what? 247 Wi-Fi available. But that's not all. SRTV goes extra mile by providing a car to take you around town during your stay. No need to worry about navigating public transportation or hailing taxis. Explore Abuja at your own pace. Book your SRTV Shortlet apartment today and experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. You can reach us by calling this number 070-6237-9914.
That is either we reform the judiciary, which is allow INEC to be under the judiciary, or we need a world police to